the betting would suggest.
They're off. The four superstars break from the stalls. Nashua in no great haste, restrained. The Foxes drops out in last place, and Mostadaf bounces out with an advantage of a couple of lengths, leading Paddington through the first furlong of the £1 million Group 1 Juddmonte International. Frankie in front and with an uncontested lead early on. And it's single file stuff with Paddington in Ryan Moore's hands taking the trail in second. Nashua racing in third under Holly Doyle and the Foxes, and Oisin Murphy looking on last of the quartet at around about 36-37 miles an hour. They move down towards the final 7 furlongs. So Frankie glancing in behind aboard Mostadaf. He's got a lead now 3 lengths or so. Paddington is chasing 2 lengths away to Nashua, the dark green silks, and the Foxes under heavy restraint at the back of the field. They enter the last 3/4 of a mile and begin the swing back towards home and on towards halfway. And Frankie setting decent fractions here on Mostadaf. He has an advantage of 3 lengths over Paddington. A further 2 lengths away to Nashua, and the Foxes at halfway remains last of the quartet, and they're around about 38 miles an hour as Mostadaf leads them to the top of the home straight and the last half mile in sight. And again, Frankie has a look in behind. You'll see that Ryan Moore is now just asking Paddington to go after Mostadaf, to try and close. The gap is still 3 lengths. 2 lengths away to Nashua, and the Foxes remains last of 4. And again, Frankie has a long, lingering look in behind aboard Mostadaf. He's leading them down towards the last 2.5 furlongs, and Moore is now crouching low on Paddington. He gets to within 2 lengths. Frankie asks Mostadaf for more. Can Paddington get past? Nashua on the right is staging a challenge. The Foxes back in 4th. Mostadaf on down towards the last furlong. Paddington, though, pressing hard under the Moore drive. Nashua trying to burrow through against the rail. Mostadaf, Paddington leaning left. He got to his quarters. Can he get past? Frankie in front, punching away. Mostadaf, and it's a record-breaking Juddmonte International success for Frankie on his farewell. Mostadaf beat Nashua, Paddington only 3rd, and the Foxes back in 4th.
Well, what a fascinating race there. Mostadaf has held off Nashua. In fact, he's got 2nd, despite that persistent challenge from Paddington. It's tight for 2nd place, but Mostadaf has repelled all comers, and a lovely